Hello and welcome to Fashion Report Friday, the weekly video series where I try to get you the most MGP possible from the Fashion Report minigame starting every Friday when judging begins. And basically here we are for another one. So today we have the Mhigan Huntsman as the actual main theme today, and we have Ride the Tides as our clue for helm, Mhigan for your chest, Sieste Chic, no idea how to pronounce that, for hands, and Fashion Bandit for your legs. In this video we'll have a 100 score, an 80 with nothing but dyed items, and then the easiest 80 we can possibly come up with. This week's a little bit of a potato when it comes to both the dye options and the easy 80, so you might want to mix and match a few bits depending on what you have. But without further ado, let's get to that 100. Alright then, here's what we did for 100 score, as you can see for the helm, which is this tasty looking ribbon. Not sure why I said tasty, but we'll roll with it. It's a tasty ribbon. You will enjoy its taste. I'm not sure what it would taste like. Probably plums. Bit off the beaten path there. So the helm is the Shisui Mengu of Aiming, which of course is from the Shisui of the Violet Tides dungeon in Stormblood. Very easily accessible. You can unsync that and go and farm for your own helms quite easily on your own. Or just take a friend and it'll be twice as fast. But basically any Shisui helm will work from that dungeon. That's maiming, striking, scouting, aiming, casting, healing, fending, you name it. And then you get this tasty little ribbon. And yeah, well, they're all different, but obviously the aiming is the prettiest one because it's purple. And that's all we have for that slot for gold. For the chest piece then, this is the Mhigan gown. This is the only option you're going to have this week. This is basically a weaver craft. You can get this in lockboxes and all sorts of things since it was introduced to the game as a craft. So you'll just have to look around. It shouldn't cost too much on the market board in the grand scheme of things because of how many are in circulation. But you definitely want to shop around between your data center servers unless you're going to craft it yourself. But that's the only slot that we have for the chest. For the gloves then, or hands I should say, I went with the false nails. These are from the Ananta Beast tribe. You can get these for 6 Ananta Dream Staffs, which is the currency from that tribe, over in the fringes. Alternatives to this do include actually doing the Great Gooble Library. So if you can't do the Ananta Beast tribe, go and get any of these Sharlayan gloves. So that includes the Sharlayan Custodians, Pathmakers, Pancratias, Emissaries, Conservators, or Philosophers. Those are all from a Great Gooble Library on the normal difficulty, obviously. And yeah, those gloves will work. But I went for the false nails because I've done the Beast tribe and they were at hand, pun intended. So for the legs then, I went for the Woad Sky Hunters breeches. These are actually from Som Al, that's a dungeon back in Heavenswood, and these are level 53. These particular ones are for the Bard Machinist Dancer setup, but you can go for any Woad legs in the game. That includes every single role. So that's the Sky Lancers, Breaches, Sky Warriors, Sky Chasers, Hunters, Sky Wicks, and Sky Druids. Those will all give you gold for this week. So there we go. Not a terribly difficult 100, but unless you like doing at least 2 dungeons, or 3 if you haven't got these hands, then you're going to be probably up the creek without a paddle. So let's show you the 80 with dyes. And so the dye options for your weapon, we went with salmon pink. For the helm, salmon pink. For the chest, that's a pastel blue. Then for the gloves, we've got a slightly expensive one, the pearl white there, which is obtainable from Skybuilder Scripts, 500 of those. Then we have vanilla yellow for the legs, and another pearl white for the boots. So 2 pearl whites in the current market will set you back quite a bit, unless you have some Skybuilder Scripts lying around, or obviously you want to go and farm for those. But those are the dye options. They're not the worst, but it's worth paying attention to some of those dyes because you can mix and match with the previous gear if you have any of it, and obviously work towards that 80 score. So let's look at the sort of easiest 80 that we can come up with then, that's kind of accessible, using some of those dyes and some bits of gear. Alright then, here we are with the easy 80, looking, well, a bit drab in this weird set of gear. I think you'll agree. I put the Raffler's pants on. I thought that would be, you know, quite cute. Not sure if I achieved cuteness, but there we go. We've got the Alamegan gown. That's no surprise, really, considering that chess piece is probably the easiest thing to get, since it's market board and craftable. So we went with that. We got a score of 81, but the Alamegan chest is the only thing that's actually gold rated. The rest will be 2-star here from Dies. Look, we get 1 as a bonus for just having something equipped in the leg slot. So it's not actually the Raffler's coil itself, it's the fact we have something equipped, which gives us that extra 1 there. But the 80 itself is from any helm in the game. We've dyed that salmon pink. We haven't dyed the chest. We could have dyed that, but I wanted to leave off the pastel blue because not everyone will have access to that or the purchase. So we haven't dyed that. And then we dyed any gloves in the game snow white, as you can see. And then finally, any boots in the game snow white. So snow white's very cheap and affordable to get access to. So having your hands and feet snow white, and then having that chest piece, and then having salmon pink on your helm isn't going to be too difficult. But yeah, if in doubt, this is the sort of route you need to go. You need to have at least 1 piece of gear. So maybe look back at the 100 score, and if you'd rather go for some gloves or something, or the Shisui helm, then that could work as well. But this is the 80 I went for. This is guaranteed if you have something in every single slot. Just have those dye options and that chest. So salmon pink on helm, Alamegan gown, snow white on gloves, anything in your leg slot, snow white on your boots, fill all your accessories, bish bash bosh, and you have yourself an 80. Well, in my case, an 81. So not too difficult. Hopefully that was helpful. There'll be a link in the description to the Reddit thread where this is theorized each week. And, of course, thank you to Kaiko Star and the entire community that gets behind that. There's a lot of people, and all of the Japanese Twitter community as well, because they're the fastest. They're like the fastest people on Earth with those sorts of things, especially with the dye options. But there we go. Much love. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy your Friday. And I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.